guys. Hey, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. So let me tell you guys. Last night, Amber Portwood went live on TikTok. Now, apparently she's been MIA from TikTok for a minute, and she returned last night. I was live on TikTok as well. I was live when somebody came into my live and said, hey, Amber's back live on TikTok. So I played her in the background and we listened to her. So if you were on the live with me last night on TikTok, you heard some of what was going down on her live. She starts talking about, having a hard time. She starts talking about how good of a person she is and people's just not good to her. And then she starts talking about her ex-fiance, Gary 2.0. And she talks about how he proposed to her twice, how the first time he proposed to her, it was, nobody was around, and how she was just so good to him, and how he done her wrong, and how his parents even lied for him. So I guess when Gary left and took off, Amber called his parents to see if they knew where Gary was, and they said no. I'm assuming she's saying that's what they lied about, that they knew the whole time that he was like fine. Hey, Miss Bug. And then she gets like emotional. She gets emotional and she says things like, you made my heart cold. And the scariest part now is I don't know if I can love again, because she's talked to a couple of guys since then. And she's basically saying that Gary 2.0 has like ruined her. That what he did to her, like ruined her. She's talked to other guys, but she can't love them. She can't be who she needs to be for them because, hey, Spike, because of what Gary did to her. She says, you broke and tore my heart apart. Now, what's so crazy is she got emotional. And then Mr. Hood's pops on, which I ended before Mr. Hood's pops on, because when he pops on, he's playing music. But I did put a clip of Mr. Hood's and Amber up on my Instagram. Mr. Hood's pops on and she starts dancing. They're playing music and she is getting it. Okay. Now, after a while of dancing and hanging out with Mr. Hood's and seeming to be fine, she's like, well, I'm going to go. I've been on for a while. I'm going to let you go, whatever. And he's like, well, hey, I heard you were crying right before I hopped on. She's like, yeah, I was crying about my ex-fiance, and then she goes into it again. So I haven't edited that part yet, though. So after this, I'm going to edit and upload another clip of Amber Portwood going into it about Gary and how he did her so wrong and how she did him so right and how he's just ruined her. But we're going to watch this one together. It's 28 minutes. I have thoughts. I have commentary, because we've seen her cry about men. We've seen her cry about how men do her wrong, but never do we see her cry about her kids, about how, much she misses her kids and how she wants to be a better mom. And it's just, so yeah. Anyways, I just thought, you know what, we're going to watch this. I have thoughts. I'm going to stop and commentate. If you don't want to watch this video where I'm stopping to give my thoughts, this video here where it's just her is up on my channel. You just got to go to my channel and go to videos. It is uploaded in its entirety, 28 minutes, 37 seconds. And I'm not stopping and talking in it. It is just her. So if you don't want to hear my thoughts, but you want to see what Amber has to say, click on over to that one. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and let's get into it.
I just,
Hey,
I don't want to come on here and like
100%.
No, I'm not even going to say that. I'm really not. Thank God I learned that 10 to 20 second rule with my psychiatrist. Oh my God. But anyways, here's I just want you to know, I feel like today the value of
yes, it's better. Look,
people have just went down.
And she said the value of people has went down. My mouth has went down too. Praise God. But the value that Amber puts on people, I feel like it's gone down because of the way she treats people. But she is like, the value that people put in me has gone down. I think that's what she's saying. But yes, my mouth, it's not 100% better. Obviously, it's still a little swollen, but I am on antibiotics. I had 2 shots, 1 in each cheek. So I think that's kicking in. But let's continue.
We can see that by what's going on all around us right now. And it's really sad.
The world is sad today.
It's more than sad, actually. It's kind of devastating and sickening. And
money.
for the women out there who are having,
Thank you,
and
Tori.
men who are having the same troubles when it comes to,
Thank you,
not
Kylo.
only do you have to deal with these airheads, these jokers, these clowns, especially after you've already been through the ringer and back, you're taking 8 to 10 pills a day to be a stable human being.
Can I just say that is sad? I have to commentate on that. And I do want to say, somebody that deals with mental health, because I don't want to ever come across as I'm like attacking somebody with mental health problems. Like, that's not what it is here. Anybody that has to take like 8 to 10 pills a day or any medication to make them like somewhat stable, normal, that's sad. That is a very sad reality. Over the years, though, what we've seen with Amber is we've seen her drink. We've seen her say, I'm not going to take my medicine so I can drink. And then we've seen her go to a child psychiatrist rather than an adult one that can really maybe help her. And we've just, it's been 16 years and her behavior hasn't really changed. And she does not see that she's ever the issue. I'm like, you have mental health issues, you have mental health problems, but you still don't think that you've caused any of the issues. You think everybody else has caused the issues. Praying you'll be healed. Oh, yes. Thank you. Praying you'll be healed in time for your son's big birthday party this weekend. Me too, Kylo. Thank you. Oh, and we have this new feature on StreamYards. If you ask a question, it puts a little question mark beside it so we know you're asking a question. Bipolar medicine makes borderline worse. She presents more narcissistic than borderline. Okay. And exactly. And she uses it as an excuse all the time for not being a good mom. Exactly. If you know you have a problem, yeah, try to do better.
You know, you are just absolutely beautiful and always will be beautiful souls because you matter and you have millions and millions and millions of people out there that feel your pain, know your pain, and deal with it every day too. And I'm one of them. I just happen to be one of the most boisterous ones ever. So I'm not ashamed of that. I never will be.
Hey, Sharon.
But I'm also not ashamed to sit there and talk about other topics either and how it affects us. Because
Happy
if you
belated
really
birthday
want
to
to
your
know what
son,
a
Money.
cold heart is, men, women, whoever's being these shallow people, then you'll meet somebody like me. You'll meet people like me. And there's many of us. And we are so fucking cold-hearted after we get our hearts broken. There's you couldn't even imagine because you can't go there. You couldn't go there in your mind.
I just find it ironic that she's saying she turned cold-hearted after she got her heart broken by Gary. That's what she's saying. After Gary 2.0 broke her heart, she became cold-hearted. And I'm like, girl, we remember you all 16 and pregnant. Like, you were cold-hearted back then before Gary was even a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That's her reality. Her reality is that she turned cold-hearted. When you called your daughter a DICK at her 15th birthday party, at her 15th birthday dinner, that was cold-hearted to me.
So my suggestion is to
Maybe Kimberly.
just say to people, like I started this with, what happened to just walking by a girl and saying, oh, I like your hair. I like, oh, your nails look pretty. Instead of going after each other and going after men. If that's one thing I've learned in the last 4 fucking years, I mean, wow, it's pretty big. I feel sorry. I feel sorry for people like me who have to deal with this shit. Because there's people out there who are, their brains are just fine. They're just fine. And they're getting their hearts broken. And then there's people like us. Me. Lots of people like us who already are battling every single day. But we have a smile. We keep going. We do what we need to do. We actually do the work to change instead of talking about it. And still deal with the same ignorance. And it even hurts worse after. It hurts worse after knowing you're stable and you're happy with yourself and you've had peace with yourself. That's what sucks.
Sorry, Shauna came in.
So that's why I haven't been on here. That's why I haven't been feeling good about being on here for a little while. I just give a lot, and I've given a lot, and I just don't feel like I'm seeing where anyone has ever said to me, I'm sorry, but I've said it to them, except for one man.
I feel like Gary has apologized to her so much. Gary Shirley. Like on reunions, he's like, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like Dr. Drew has instructed Gary to be like, okay, you need to apologize. And he's like, okay, I'm sorry. When he really shouldn't have. So I'm like, who has not, and two, who have you apologized to? All the damage that you have bestowed upon others. Have you apologized for that? No, because you believe that you didn't. You believe that you did not cause your daughter any trauma. She's literally sat on a live and said, I did not cause trauma for Aaliyah. Her dad did. Like, what?
Wow. I think that's pretty sad. And I might be a little extra emotional because, my dad's birthday is here in just a couple days, and he passed away a while ago. And I miss him. And I wish I could just call him and talk to him. But I can't. And I can't call my mom and talk to her because why? I mean, and I don't like to bother any of my friends.
This is how I read 100
Sorry.
pages in 10 minutes. Just imagine listening on your way to class. I don't read anymore. I gave up.
Back in the day, like, you could at least look over and have a real man or woman next to you you could confide in and talk to. Pillow talk.
I
Does
got that.
anybody
Boo.
remember pillow
Yep, I have pillow talk all the time. If I get to go to bed at the same time as my hubby, pillow talk it is.
talk?
I feel like Amber thinks like everybody is in the same boat that she's in. That can't nobody find a good man, that there's not any good men out there, and everybody's living this life with her. And it's like, no, girl, a lot of us have good men. A lot of us are living the life, with our good man.
I do. That's the saddest part. So yeah, I'm kind of doubting myself for changing a little bit because
She's saying that she's changed. Okay, she's saying she has changed for the better and that it hasn't helped her any. And now she's doubting herself for even changing for the better because nothing has helped.
I'm telling you, it's true. Like, if you're nice, you don't fucking win.
Oh,
You really
Sean?
don't. Because
Is that true? If you're nice, you don't win? I don't know. You do win more when you're nice. Come on now. Everybody knows that. You what? I mean, I need to find the audios of how you talk to Andrew Glennon. Jenny said, I've got a good man next to me for almost 50 years. Exactly.
When you're nice, you're hurt worse.
No.
That's all I've learned so far since I changed. That's it. That's all I have learned. And if I do anything, I'm not going to get any recognition for it. And so you think, like, what's the point? But I don't give a fuck about recognition. It's just the point of it, you know? To at least say, this is what's going on and this is messed up. And
I'm asking you that because of me, because I'm a nice person. I know you're not. I'm just kidding. Sean is a nice person. He's a great person. But he is very much a like, don't mess with me because I'm not gonna be nice. Like when me and Amber was live the other night and she was like going off on me, the fact that my husband actually tried to like talk to her and be nice, like that was him like probably only doing that for me because really he's a type that will like if somebody's like going off on me, he will jump down their throat and cuss them to a gnat wouldn't lie on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Um, says be a nice person in the long run, but man, it feels like no good deed goes unpunished. That's true. I do understand that. I do see there is a side where like nice guys finish last or whatever, but I feel like me personally, I feel like being nice, yeah, people will want to take advantage of you when you're nice, but I do feel like while people may want to take advantage of your niceness, if you're a mean, rude butthole that attacks people, then nobody's going to even want to be around you. Nobody's even want to deal with you. They're not going to want around. They're not going to want to be around you. They're not going to want their kids subjected to your behavior. You know what I'm saying? But if you're nice, while they may try to take advantage of you, there's also a part of them that recognizes like that's a good person. That's a good person. Because I've had people take advantage of me due to my niceness a lot. But at the end of the day, I feel like they know like Elle's a good person. She's went above and beyond for me, and they might even recognize that they've taken advantage of it, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Um, Shaw says she balances me out. I used to be mean, drunk, stupid, and wild as they come. True story. Um, Not stupid. I mean, ignorant. I would say you're very smart. Sean's super smart. This dude has information up here that like I remember one time he used a word. Sean, put the word in the chat. I've told you guys this before. He's done this several times, but this word I really thought he made up. He's like saying something, he uses a word, and I'm like, you just made that word up. He's like, what? I'm like, that's not a word. You made that word up. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, that's a word. He's like, yeah, that's a word. Lackadaisical. Did I say that right, babe? We were like at his friend's house one time, like watching, I don't know, something like National Geographic or something was on the TV, and he starts talking about like, "Oh, these birds do this, and that's how they do that." And I'm like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "I don't know, like watching TV. Like, what do you mean?" And I'm like, "How do you know this?" Lackadaisical. Did I say it right then? I legit thought he made the word up. I had no idea that was a real word, but Shine has like an abundance of knowledge that like I mean, a lot of it's, like, useful, but he has a lot of useless knowledge too, that I think it's fun that he has because, like, we'll be talking about something and he'll say something and I'm like, "What? Like, how do you know that?" And he's like, "I don't know." But when he was little, he read a lot of books, he watched a lot of TV, like, educational television, like, not like, I watched TGIF, you know what I'm saying? I read books like Sweet Valley High or whatever those girly books were, Chicken Noodle Soup. I would've thought he might he was talking about our kids too. I was like, "You made that word up." He's like, "No, I didn't." So funny. Anyway, so you aren't stupid, but Sean used to be mean. Mean, mean, mean. National Geographic used to be his jam, he said.
why are
Yeah.
we doing this?
So, I will say I think it's better to be nice. And maybe, yes, people may try to take advantage of that niceness versus being a mean butthole, then nobody even wants to be around you. Because how are you going to find a man if you're a mean butthole? How are you going to find a man?
Why are we dealing with this and thinking that this is okay?
Where did that
Why
work?
are we saying that we're allowed to be treated like this?
Yes, Crystal.
Like, so you're telling me that you guys who are beautiful people, like, I just changed 4 years ago. So it's different from you guys, you know? I just became, actually happy and good and doing my thing for the last 4 years.
He can be
However,
rough.
when I did that, my heart was broken the worst it's ever been. For no fucking reason.
So she's saying the nicest she's ever been, like her heart got broken the worst that it had ever been. But Gary spoke to a creator. Gary 2.0 spoke to a Instagram creator, a TikTok creator, and said that he had seen Amber have manic episodes and it scared him. And he was like, oh, I know I can't deal with this. So he was planning to leave. He was planning to leave. I mean, it couldn't have been for no more than 2 weeks because 2 weeks prior to his leaving, he proposed to her. So I guess maybe he's seen a manic episode, thought he could deal with it, went to therapy with her, proposed to her, seen another one, thought, oh God, you know what? Maybe I can't deal with this. He also did say, though, Gary did tell this creator that MTV and Amber pushed him to propose. The ring that he used was not a ring he got, it was Amber's ring. It was a ring that she already owned, like a family, like her grandma's ring or something. I don't really remember, but it was a ring that she gave him to propose with. So he was encouraged to do it by the show, by Amber, but he was planning to leave. He had already started preparing to leave, and then that happened at the brother's wedding where they got into it, and he just had to leave before he had actually gotten completely prepared.
It's pretty disgusting.
Look, there's a huge difference between someone who cares about you and someone who's actually trained to help. Luckily.
Yes.
On the other side, all I've been doing is, thank you, baby, cleaning this damn house. I've been bleaching the walls. I've been doing all of there's nothing but crown molding in this flipping house. Like literally spraying it with like the industrial sprayer, like doing all of that stuff. And I've been enjoying just like doing that, like just kind of being by myself. Like I was up yesterday cleaning until like 10, 11, something at night. And I got up early in the morning. And I just didn't stop. I was on my feet all day long, just cleaning. Didn't stop. Because I just felt good doing it by myself. I'd rather be by myself than deal with the people that I've dealt with since I became this person. But it's just that hard reality that that's an actual possibility. But I don't know. There's no way I could settle. And I know that for a lot of you guys, it's the same exact way. Because settle for what? Why? Like, we have no reason to. Like, we can have more fun chilling, doing our thing, hanging out with our friends, or eating some popcorn, watching a movie by our damn selves. Like, then
I noticed she didn't say in here we can have more fun, raising our kids. Let's back it up. Because that's what, when I was listening, she's like, we can have more fun. I thought, raising our kids, being with our family. Nope, skipped out on that one.
Because settle for what? Why? Like, we have no reason to. Like, we can have more fun chilling, doing our thing, hanging out with our friends, or eating some popcorn, watching a movie by our damn selves. Like, than dealing with somebody fake, Like, we don't.
Sorry, not sorry. The way he left her was wrong. She was truly worried and scared for him. I feel bad that people. I do too. I mean, that's why I let her up on my, my channel that day because I did too. Thank you, Money Swipers. Thank you, Lulu, both for the super chat. I appreciate you guys so much. I've always felt like he could have, maybe he was scared. Maybe he thought, oh, I can't tell her because she's going to attack me. But he could have left and then messaged her and said, listen, I'm done. Leaving her, like, without knowing for days at a time, and her thinking maybe he was on a live in a ditch somewhere because he didn't know the area and he left late at night. You know, yes, thank you, Money Swiper, so much. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you, both of you guys. So I never agreed with that either. I thought, you know, I can understand him feeling like he couldn't tell her he was leaving. Maybe he was scared that she would freak out, which they were getting into it. So he came out to say they did have a disagreement. They had an argument, which Amber said this too. And I have this. I have a clip and I was going to make a video of it. This was the same night that she attacked me before me and her got on the live together. She was saying, you want to tell people you left me, but I took the ring off. I took the ring off my finger and told you I wasn't going to marry you that night. I took the ring off my finger and so they were having a disagreement. They were, she refused to hand over his phone and his toothbrush. So they were having a disagreement. She refused to give him his phone and his toothbrush. So he just left without it. And it was something else. He left without it. Well, she thought, oh, he'll come back. It wasn't like a huge fight. It wasn't this explosive fight. It was, you know, they were arguing. He left. He'll come back. Well, when he didn't come back, they were in an unknown area. They were in North Carolina, a place he'd never been before. It was at night. So then she started thinking the worst because, you know, I mean, if me and Shine get into it and he leaves, I'm going to expect him to come back, especially if he just proposed to me 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking, yeah, he's going to come back. Even though I said, oh, I'm going to marry you. Yeah, he's going to come back. So when he didn't, that scared her. And she really thought he was like, he had a wreck and his car was like off somewhere that could not be seen. So he could have called her. He could have went to a payphone, went to a gas station, called her cell phone and said, listen, I'm not coming back. You took your ring off. Okay, I'm done. Find a way back to North Carolina. And I mean, to Indiana. And to the fact that they were in North Carolina and he left her without a way back to Indiana. So she really thought, like, there's no way he would just leave me here. We're supposed to leave to go back to Indiana in a couple of days, and I don't even have a way. Like, so of course, her mind, he could have let her know. So I do agree with that. Like, that was kind of crappy.
Need all that. And for the people who have mental illnesses like me, we don't need the extra, you know, annoying thoughts in our head that the person sitting next to us does not give a damn if I come or go. And that's all we get today.
No,
I live in Indiana and I'm in Indianapolis. And
thank you.
There's amazing men here. I'm glad I'm married because this dating stuff nowadays is crazy. Everyone's fake. Baby,
I did. That's true.
That's what I've been talking about, darling. That's what I've been talking about. Can't even lie. It's just like that, you know? I would never like want any of you guys to settle because like I've gotten to know so many of you like through my heart. You know, I'm always like, I want to see your pictures. I want to see you guys. You know, I've talked to you on here and I adore you and I love you so much. Like the only
she relies heavily on parasocial relationships, unfortunately.
Thing I would ever say right now and what's going on in my life right now is if you're a good person and a good woman, a good man, or you've changed and became, you know, a good person, a good woman, whatever, like just stay that way. And if your heart has turned cold, maybe whatever will come. But these people that are coming in our lives and feeding off of us and just dating for companionship or whatever it is, I really couldn't tell you what their thing is for, to be honest. It's not worth your time. It's not worth my time. It's not worth your time. And we should just be chilling and taking care of ourselves, take care of home, take care of our stuff, and whatever comes, comes. But don't settle. I know that. Do not ever settle. I don't think you guys would, but we all are dealing with the same stuff. Believe me, like I said, I dated people that was 10 years younger than me. There was a guy that was a couple years younger than me. I dated guys 10 years older than me, and they still have the same mindset. I've had all sorts of married men throughout my time.
We don't.
Send me nonstop shit. And so for the married women who have the good men, thank God for you. And for the married women with the trash, oh my God, I'm so sorry. because they're in my shit every day, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know how you guys deal with it.
The code for your puppy?
Especially like with the social media. You caught a good one, Ashley? Yes. See, like the smile comes to my face when you guys say that. You know what I mean? Like, and then like the hurt is in my face when I see you guys agreeing with me, but it's not just hurt. It's like, I know that you're understanding what I'm saying.
Same.
Cheer up, babe. Thank you, sweetie. And
what if you can create your
Oh my
own
goodness, how many
website by
ads?
saying,
So I do want to say when I go live and the video loads, YouTube puts so many ads in them. If I don't go back and remove them myself, they're going to be filled with ads, and I forgot to do that. So after this, I'll go remove the ads. If you ever see a video of mine that is riddled with ads, please email me. Please email me and say, girl, go get some of them ads out. Because I don't want new people or even y'all to click on my video and it just be ad after ad after ad after ad. So please, if you see a video that has that many ads, come tell me.
you know, I just have
I
I
did
have
money
so much
swipers.
like sympathy for people today who are dating. I'm 35. I should be like dating men. Like not men who look absolutely like men, these bulky ass motherfuckers, but they're complete liars and weirdos and live off you. Like I'm like, y'all, I've hit every book, I've hit every size in the motherfucking book. Okay. What are we doing here? Look at the damn pictures, y'all. Not one of these people look the same. None of my exes look the same. Not one. Oh, I mean, as my brother told me the day before my ex did what he did, don't trust anybody.
Isn't it wild? I mean,
that has been something I couldn't believe he said the night before. I couldn't have made this shit up because I was telling him how good of a person he was.
so true. It does, don't it?
Yeah. So if you're out there, you left a relationship where you were so fucking into me and into this relationship, you asked me to marry you. I watched you grow. I have that video still. True. Of you rubbing my back and saying, and 20 years more, without a bullshit look on your face, a real look on your face. So you should have just been a man and not been scared. And you're never going to find anybody else like me, and you know it. We both know it.
She said, you're never going to find anybody else like me, and we know it. We both know it. And she said that about Gary. She said that about the original Gary. She said that about Andrew. And I guarantee you, they're thinking, we hope not. We hope we never find anybody else like you, who cusses us like a dog, who punches us, who calls us a fat ass, who accuses us of all kind of crazy things. Please, God, let us never find another Amber Portwood. I mean, I hate to say that, but she don't understand like the trauma that she inflicted upon those guys. I'll tell you guys, to be honest, I don't think she chased Andrew with a. I don't think she chased him with one. I do think when they were standing at the bed and she was trying to tell him to leave and he didn't, I think she obviously pulled it out from underneath the bed because he said, "Oh, you're going to get your shedding." But I don't think she chased him with it. Because if you go back and you listen to the audio, she's telling him to leave, telling him to leave, telling him to leave. Get out of my house. And then she pulls the shetty out. And he's like, "Oh, you're going to get your shetty out?" And then she's like, "Watch me die," you know? And he's like, "Did you take all of those?" So obviously she had like her bottle in her hand, her medication bottle in her hand too. He's like, "Did you take all those?" And he's like, "Do I need to call the cops? Do I need to call the ambulance?" And she's like, "I'm fine, whatever. You need to leave." Well, rather than walking down the stairs to leave, he goes into another room. This is Andrew that we're talking about. He goes into like the office room, I think it was, slams the door. She had been telling him to leave. Leave. He would not leave. Go back and listen to the audio. You don't hear nobody running. You don't. I think she got it out as a way to like intimidate him. I think it laid right there on the bed until he went into that room. He slams the door. She's like, "What are you doing? This is my house. Leave." You hear her jingling the doorknob, saying, "This is my house. You need to leave." And he says, "Not anymore. The IRS is going to come for you," or something like that. He antagonizes her by saying, "Oh, you know, the IRS is going to come for this house because you're not paying your taxes right, whatever." He don't say all that, but he says, "Oh, not anymore. The IRS is going to come for you." If this woman just chased you into that room with a machete, why are you saying that? I would not be antagonizing somebody that just chased me with a weapon. I do think because it kind of goes silence for a minute, and then you hear like a that. Ooh, sorry. So I do think when he went into the room and shut and locked the door and said that, I think she walked back over to the bed. I think she got the machete, and I think she come over and she hit the door with it. I do believe that happened. But as far as like, and then he called the cops. But in his victim impact statement, and Andrew's victim impact statement, he literally said, like, "Oh, I running, to the stairs. I looked down and contemplated with James in my arms. I contemplated jumping like over the rail to the bottom of the thing, like scared." And then he said weeks later, after they separated, he took James to like a museum and it had like samurai swords. And like he had like a panic attack. He had PTSD over that. If you listen to the audio, listen for somebody running. Listen, because he claims she chased him into that room, right? So I don't believe that. That's just my opinion. However, I do believe she physically attacked him with her fist at times. We heard that. We heard him say, "Ow, ow, you're hitting me. You're hitting me. Stop hitting me. Why are you hitting me?" And she say, "Because you're a fat ass." And he goes, "Is that why you hit Gary too?" And she goes, "Yep, damn right. That's why I hit Gary too, because he's a fat and he couldn't shut his fat mouth." So yes, she was abusive. She was to them. But I don't necessarily believe that she chased him with that. So just my opinion.
And it's pretty fucking sad. And if I put the videos out of us, people would cringe on why in the world you would ever hurt me the way you did.
I don't know.
And the shit that you said.
Hey everyone, big heads up. Paleo Valley's running a sale on all their meat sticks right now. You can get 30 sticks
remove
for
all these ads. Give me just a second. I'm going to go ahead and do it right now so we don't run into 50 more of them. YouTube is so greedy. Like, first off, they take a percentage of our money like they need it. They don't anymore. I mean, maybe in the beginning, sure, but they take a percentage of our money. And then okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ads YouTube placed in my 28-minute video. If anybody new was watching this and thought maybe they wanted to subscribe to my channel, that would probably stop them. They would probably be like, no. They would probably assume that it's me putting all these ads in this video and think that I'm greedy and be like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. But it's not me. Okay, I'm going to fix it to where it has one in the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. Okay. All right, let me save that. All right. Sorry, guys.
And that is why I'm so fucking cold today. Because of you, I can't love. Because of you, I couldn't date for over a year from depression. And now I finally have myself back. And this is what I'm dealing with. Boys. You're so lucky I didn't put out all of those videos. You're so lucky I didn't put out all the text messages. You're very fucking lucky. You're lucky that I was woman enough to not do that to you. Because
where was it announced at? Because I just Googled it I just Googled to see because I've seen those rumors that she was pregnant with their third because I do know she said Charlie and Erica said they were going to be making an announcement. I think on the 19th they were going to make the announcement. I don't know. There was a date that was like not far off, and everybody suspected it was going to be that she was pregnant with their third. So I just Googled it, and all I can see is a claim spread on social media that Charlie Kirk's wife Erica is pregnant with her third child. Charlie Kirk's wife Erica, no, that doesn't say that. A claim spread on social media that Charlie Kirk's wife. Okay, another one. All right, here's one. Now this one is saying that she is. Where was it announced at? Let me go to her ex. Sorry, I hate to change the subject, you guys. We'll get back into this in just a little bit. Okay, I don't see anything on her ex.
I couldn't. But I remember you going to the media and lying to them repeatedly. You said that MTV made you propose to me. When you proposed to me on television,
Listen to this.
that was the second time. First time nobody was around. Just you and me.
She's talking about Gary 2.0. She's saying the first time he proposed, it was just them. But Gary spoke to social media, a creator, and said that Amber pushed him to propose. That wasn't even his ring. He didn't buy the ring. She gave it to him. Okay, y'all remember that beach scene? The beach scene with Gary, Shirley, and Amber when they're on the beach, and she gives him the ring. She's like, "Propose to me with this ring." He's like, "I didn't buy that ring." She's like, "Gary, it doesn't matter." And he's like, "Will you marry me?" And she's like, "Say it like you mean it." And he's like, "Will you marry me?" And she's like, "You don't sound like you mean it." It sounds like it was one of those situations where she's like, "Here's a ring. You should propose to me. Let's get married." I'm looking to see if that's true, you guys. I'm gonna see if I can find anything.
You taught me how to be cold.
Taught her how to be. You were cold before Gary ever came into your life.
So fucking cold.
Yes, Ashley.
And I don't even know if I can love again. It's the scariest part of all of this. I start dating and I can't love again. That's the truth. It took over a year after what you did to me and us. We watched the eclipse with your family and afterwards went and hung out with your sister. And that video of us rubbing my back,
Prayers for you,
and I
money
was, like,
swipers.
talking about the eclipse and your face, the way that you were rubbing my back and saying, and another 20 years more. It wasn't even bullshit. It wasn't even lies. It was a man saying that, and he felt it and meant it. And when you left me and did what you did, you broke and tore my heart apart.
I wonder if she ever thinks, you know, my heart's been broken by these guys for what they did. Is it possible my actions have broken my children's heart? she's always talking about her feelings and how she feels and who's hurt her, but never like how her actions could hurt someone. I did see that, the crazy Dalmatian lady. I did.
And then I found out about my daughter.
Then she found out about her daughter, I think she said.
We both know. We both know.
Are you researching dental implants?
There's a lot of dental
That's
offices
wild.
that'll talk about.
That's literally wild. The next commercial should be at the very end of this. So that's wild.
But I don't love you anymore. I just can't believe that you were the person I gave that new woman to. And then you turned me into a cold-hearted bitch. And now I can't fall in love with men as I'm dating. And all I'm getting today is these shallow, weird people. So thank you for that. I want you to know that you did something so huge in my life. You made me one of the happiest women ever, and then made me the most heartbroken, cold-hearted woman. But I'm not sad about it too much. I'm just, it's just a shame.
No, I haven't actually, but yes, she said like she can't call her mom. And I was watching this live and I'm like, why can't you call your mom? She was estranged from her mom for a minute. Her and her mom didn't talk for like 2 years. And they just started talking back. Um, like it was on the show when her mom like met her for lunch. They had just started talking again. So it makes me wonder if her and her mom are having issues again. I don't know.
It's a shame when one person is really just a good person. And so is the other. But they're fucking stupid. I think the saddest part of it was your 70, 80-year-old parents lying for you. That was pretty disgusting.
I wonder what they lied about.
Whatever. So, just saying to you women, like, I just don't want you to get your heart broke. I don't want you to have to go through that shit. I don't want you to be the beautiful people you are and become fucking cold. And come into this world of dating today where there's so much shallow, ignorant people to deal with when we just don't want to settle.
That is
Because we're different.
sorry.
We just don't want to settle. That's why our heart's broken. So we don't want to settle, and then we don't want to settle, and then we look. I can't even speak. We don't want to settle, and then we find somebody, and it's settling, and then we say bye, and we keep doing that because we don't want to settle. I don't like to hide my emotions, guys, and maybe they do, but I don't. And the truth is just the truth. And everybody wants to act so hard as if nothing matters, as if nothing hurt. And it's easy to poke fun at things. But like, just like what I was completely, why was I quiet when that song was on? Because everything was said there. They were just human.
And the song that you played
Then act fucking
beforehand
human. Don't act like a complete monster.
was wild.
You know, if you're going to date somebody and you have the intentions to actually date them, you have the intentions to look for commitment, then that's what you need to do and figure out how to fit them in your life. If you're ready for that, then that's when you start dating. Don't start playing with women like me and a lot of these beautiful gals, and if you don't have all three of those. Because some of us have already been broken, and as you guys are experiencing right now, I'm not answering your text messages. I've got it notice right here. I don't care about your apology tonight. I get them every other month by a different guy. And you all end up the same. So I don't know, guys. I need like a fucking Marine or a fucking SEAL team, fucking Navy
They
SEAL or
would not put up with
something.
you.
Fucking, I don't know what I need. The Hulk. I mean, somebody to deal with my ass because I can't deal with these. I can't deal with these men.
They
I need
would
somebody
not.
that's been broken down and then built the fuck back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we kidding? It's just crazy. Oh my God.
That's wild.
I'm
A Marine would not put up with her crap.
telling you. I know, Brittany, listen. I'm telling you. I can't settle for these fucking idiots.
Yes. Oh, y'all, YouTube is messing with me now because I went and removed all the ads. The only ad should be at the end. What is going on? Oh, never mind. That was the end.
All right, you guys, let's actually start
Um,
today's episode with a game.
Hold on, Candace. So that's wild. Yeah, she claimed he proposed to her twice and that he just absolutely broke her, that she was great for him, good to him, and that she was so happy, the happiest she's ever been, literally the happiest she's ever been, and then the saddest she's ever been. That's ain't that what she said? The happiest she's ever been, and then the saddest she's ever been. It's like the happiest you've ever been wasn't like with your kids too. Saddest you ever been when your daughter says she don't want to talk to you anymore. When you found out your daughter wanted her stepmom to adopt her, like that wasn't the saddest you've ever been. Because I think that might be the saddest I would ever be if I found out my child, my 16-year-old, well at the time she was like 14-year-old child, wanted her stepmom to adopt her. And to say that you need a Marine or a member of the SEAL team, girl. No, she needs an adult psychiatrist, an adult therapist. And she probably needs to be going, and I'm not saying this to pick on her. I'm really not. Like, this is me genuinely like looking at Amber as a human being suffering with mental illness. I think she really needs more therapy and therapy from someone that's not going to coddle her. Clearly, her therapist coddles her. Listen, I know somebody that was going to therapy and literally their therapist like told them, you were wrong. That's not what it is. I mean, one day was like, well, I guess I don't even need to talk to you since you know it all. Like, you seem to know it all. Why are you here? Because the person just kept trying to tell the therapist like that they were wrong. She said a SEAL team. She wants the whole team. That's so funny. I know, right? It would take a whole team to deal with like her different personalities. Yeah, she's saying, yeah, she's the type that would probably stop seeing a therapist if they told her exactly. Exactly. So that wasn't all of it, you guys. Well, it was for a minute. Mr. Hood's popped on. I'll show you guys. What happened when he popped on. I have to make sure the audio is off. Okay, there it is. Look at her. Hold on. Look at her getting it. She's singing. Watch her. Yes, thank you, Kayla. Look at her getting it. Get it, girl. Get it. Oh, and I thought that was a sweater. That's a dress. That is a dress she's wearing. See? This was right after literally I cut it off. When I cut it off, Mr. Hoods popped in on her and was playing music. And very quickly, she starts dancing and singing and like she's happy all of a sudden. Well, then like 20 minutes after they're like singing, dancing, whatever, laughing, she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. And he's like, no, no, no. I heard you were crying before I came on. And she's like, oh, yes, I was. I was just sad about my ex. And then she went into talking about it again. And I have that clip too, so I will upload it on here in a little bit. But there were several clips of her just getting it, just dancing. But what is the song that he was playing on that one? Paul Wall. It was Paul Wall. Let's see. What's the name of it? It was Paul Wall and Mike Jones, Still Tipping. So that's what. Oh, and he sang Pink Pony Club. Oh my goodness, did he? I just went and followed her because I saw somebody. Yeah, we will have to. Well, I'll definitely have to. I had to go and she's gonna see that I just followed her on TikTok while this live was going on. She has several cats. She says she's a cat mom. She's a cat mom. She's a cat mom. That's what she said. She's like, I'm the old cat mom. And I'm like, I hope she takes better care of them than she does her kids. So yeah. That would be so unfortunate for the service member. Sean made a comment a while ago, and I was like, yeah. She went from crying to laughing. She did pretty quickly. Could you imagine someone with combat PTSD and Amber trying to be in a relationship? Because I guarantee you, if someone with combat PTSD would have been an Andrew situation, and Amber would have pulled that shetty out from underneath the bed and laid it on the bed, that veteran would have been like, what? Would have felt the need to defend himself, you know? Thank you, Kayla. It's a good bit better. Cat mom, but not a kid mom, even though she has 2 kids. Exactly. Exactly. So that was just a piece of her live last night. There's so much more dancing and singing, and then another bit where she is upset about the ex. And I'll upload that next. So I got to work on editing it because I can't put anything up that has music. Are you getting into politics? I'm into politics in my life. I just try not to bring it here too much because I do want this to be a place where kind of everybody can just talk about their reality TV, drama, news, whatever. Now, I did cover this stuff with Charlie Kirk as well as when they attempted to, Trump, just because that was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. It was, trending news. So I did talk about that. My husband's a veteran, so we definitely care about politics. We have our beliefs, but I try not to bring it here. I don't want anybody that maybe is on the opposite end of the aisle to be like, oh, well, she is this, so I'm not. And I've had people do that. Yeah, we are Christians before anything. Exactly. I've had people be like, oh, well, you seem like a conservative, so you're probably a Republican, so I'm not going to follow you anymore. And I'm like, well, you're assuming what I am, and you're unfollowing me because of that. But never once have I gotten on here and said, okay, if you're not a Christian, unfollow me. I've never said that. I've allowed literally like I have people that have all kind of beliefs that I'm friends with, that are my mods, that. So I want everybody to be able to come here and hang out and talk about reality TV news, Oh, thank you, Miss Bug. Right, Winnie the Cat. Thank you, Miss Bug, so much. So I don't want I hate that my lipstick does this. I don't want somebody to hear like, okay, well, she's this and I'm not that, so I'm going to unsubscribe from her because I don't agree with her. Because one thing I am the type of person that allows everybody to have their beliefs. I'm not going to tell you, well, don't follow me if you don't believe the way that I do. We can literally have fun and talk about Amber Portwood's drama and Janelle Evans and And it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Yes, my husband's page is 10-piece on YouTube. That is the tag. It's Jamie, it's doing better. It's doing better. Praise God. I think the shots to the booty cheeks started to help, which I am having to take antibiotics too. But thank you. Thank you so much, J. Marie. You always done your best to be biased in all situations. That's why we love you. Thank you. Anyways, you guys, I will get the second part of that edited and upload it soon. We may watch that one live together too after I get the video itself uploaded. We'll see. But you guys leave me all your thoughts in the comment section below. I do think it's wild that it's been time, a good bit of time since Gary left her. It's been a minute. But last night she was on live like upset about it. Yeah, Sean's page isn't political. It's about Christianity and Christian history. So anybody that wants to follow Sean, go follow them. His link is also in my description box. Also, don't forget, after the live, come back and hype me up, you guys. But leave me your thoughts. Follow me. All the links to my true crime channel, as well as to my husband's channel, is in the description box. So if you guys can't find them, just go click the description on the top of them. You should see both links. But yeah, come back and hype me up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.